Welcome back, everyone, to Royalty Soaps. Today I have a royal treat for you. Not only are we going to be making a fan design inspired by Hades in the Hercules movie, the first movie I ever saw in theaters, but today's video is sponsored. Yes! Thank you, Skillshare, for sponsoring today's video. You guys know I talk about Skillshare a lot. Once a month, in fact. Skillshare is an online learning community with over 25,000 classes in design, marketing, business, crafting, floral artistry, cake decorating, calligraphy, Photoshop skills. If you want to learn a craft, they can teach you how. With tons of ad-free content and lots of amazing classes put together by masters in the industry. I still get tons of messages from you guys saying, I used your link, I signed up for Skillshare, I didn't know that I needed to know quilling, but I do. And now it makes me happy every day. And that thrills me to death. It really does. I'm so glad that I can recommend a company that really does so much good for so many people. So the first 1,000 people to use my link down below can get 2 months. That's right, 2 months of Skillshare Premium, absolutely free. Try it out. See if there's something, some little craft, or maybe if you're a business owner like me, something that you can learn there to help promote your products, maybe help increase your understanding on a certain aspect of business, help you learn a new tip or trick to increase productivity. They have lots and lots and lots of classes about being mindful, staying present, positivity. They teach you how to do it right, man. They teach you how to do it right. So you can use the link again down below. Thanks again so much to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. And without further ado, let us make Hades soap. Let us begin by pouring our lye water solution into our oils. If you would like to learn how to prep your lye water solution or how to make cold process soap, I have a 100% free 6-part course here on YouTube. It's underneath the playlist, the Royal Creative Academy. I will teach you everything you need to know to get started making cold process soap, including links to all the ingredients you need to buy. I specifically put this kit together with a recipe to be inexpensive. That was like the main draw, but also really beautiful. So if you want to make soap, you can go check that out. The recipe I'm using today is down in the description box below. And now I'm going to blend this up with my Cuisinart stick blender that is honestly about to give out. And now, a scale. I need to measure out 3 equal portions for my accent colors. Katie drew some drop swirls in a gray base, so that's what I'm going to try and achieve today. Before I add in my colors, I want to show you guys the fragrance I am using today. Black Linen and Amber by Nature's Garden. I've never used this before, but this is one of the best fragrances I've smelled in the category. The category being sort of a warm, earthy scent. It has obviously lots of base notes of amber. There's a little bit of sandalwood. It's very complex and I would say quite alluring, mysterious even. The first accent color will be Blue Tide from Mad Micas. This entire color palette is going to be very icy, which is quite ironic since he has flames on the top of his head. This next color is called Celestial Silver. It is by Nurture Soap. It is a blue icy silver color. It's very complex. I've never seen another color like that. And then we have Blue Shocker, which is a neon blue from Mad Micas. I have never found neon blues to be as potent, really, as I would like them to be, especially in compared to greens and yellows. Those are always so vibrant, but this is the best one that I have found so far. And then our base color is going to be gray. We're using Satin Gray Pillowcase from Mad Micas. And then I'm also gonna add some titanium dioxide. I always use water-soluble titanium dioxide. Most of the time it's from Wholesale Supplies Plus. Almost everybody carries it. I just prefer them, and I have felt like for years they have had a very good price. course, all of their prices are kind of going up now, so that may not be the case for long, but for right now, that's what we're adding. I'm gonna go ahead and blend in these colors and see if anything needs to be amended before I add the fragrance oil. All right, let me go ahead and add the fragrance oil real quick. Okay guys, this is at the perfect consistency. What a well-behaved little fragrance oil, truly minding its manners. And we will pour this into our 2 brambleberry molds after this quick commercial break. All right, I'm going to begin by pouring in some of our gray. Probably, maybe 3/4 of the way, half of the way full. I'm gonna leave enough in my mold to do maybe 1 pass. So I'm going first with the blue shocker. Who's texting me at this ungodly hour? Now the celestial silver. Ooh, I'm gonna kind of move this one around in a circle because why not? Little circle, the celestial silver. Good, and it's setting up at just the right rate so that this drop swirl is gonna be beautiful and intricate without being overdone. Sometimes that is a problem. If it's too runny, it can mix a little too much and then you don't get something very pretty. But this consistency is perfect. I'm gonna pour a little taller this time. Ugh, this blue shocker is so good. I should honestly use it more. More of that blue tide. And then I'm gonna use some of the gray real quick. Make a few lines with that. Probably 3 of them. I'm gonna scrapey my little containy. For we shall not be returning to it. Now the final line of this blue. The final line of silver. That right here on the edge if I can. Ooh, let's swirl it just for fun. I don't use toothpicks to swirl very much because I like my swirls to be a little chunkier, but when you're just doing it for funsies on the top of a soap that will be covered in frosting anyway, well, who cares? All right, so now I'm going to mix up the soap frosting to go on top, and we'll come back and start slapping it on. Okay guys, so it is time to add the first round of flames down the middle of this soap. This first bit is colored with blue shocker and ultramarine blue, and I'm going to do 3 fiery layers, exactly the same as I said earlier as I did with demolition of the ring. If you look at a picture of Hades, it's really only 2 colors. It's like the base blue color and then this like flamey looking outline, but just to make it look even more realistic, I'm adding another layer in the middle to kind of merge those 2 together. I'm gonna try to blend this together and bring some peaks into it. I know this looks really weird and it kind of looks like it would never possibly look good, but I promise it will look better once it has been completely covered with soap. I'm trying to bring it a little bit towards the middle and make a bit of a peak. This side kind of has a natural peak going anyway, but I'm gonna stiffen it up a little bit. Straight up in the air. All right, now I'll mix up the second layer. All right, second layer has been blended up, so this is the next blue color. I'm gonna try to just pour it down the middle. It's probably too thick to be doing this, but whatever. All right, that layer is on, so I'm going to make sure that the first blue layer is covered. It doesn't have to be covered completely. I just like to make sure if there's any big pieces that I still have not covered yet, that I make an effort to conceal them so that there are some amounts of evenness to these layers here. We don't want Hades' hair to be sticking up all over the place. He is a debonair lord of the dead. Okay, and now that I have most of that covered, I know some of it over here is not covered here. I'll do that so that you don't think I'm gonna forget it, because I won't. And now we have the final layer. In many ways, the final layer is kind of the toughest, because not only do you have to shape it so that it looks good on top, because this is the part that's showing, but keeping it all on the actual loaf mold with none of it spilling off to the side proves to be a challenge. I remember the first time my brother Simeon made a soap with the flames on top, like the the whole outside rim was completely covered in soap, and he was like, I clearly didn't let that sit up long enough. He definitely learned from his mistakes though, because now he's the only one I want to make flame frosting because he's so good at it. How is one better at it than someone else? Well, I will tell you. This type of frosting tends to make holes. It just does, because there's lots of little pokey bits coming through, and Simeon just has the least amount of holes. It just looks the most seamless whenever he does it. I really ought to find out what his trick is. Okay, now time to move all this frosting around. Try to make it the only stuff showing if possible. Looks like I've actually done a relatively good job this time, so that shouldn't be too difficult. Ooh, I'm getting old, Gandalf. This has been a very busy and honestly, I'll be honest, a little bit stressful last couple of months. Caleb and I have been doing a lot of things within our personal life. My little baby, little Lily Marie is getting all big. Baby Will's getting all big. He's starting to talk a little bit, and I always want to be excited whenever that happens, but my first instinct is to cry because I just remember bringing him home. He was so teeny tiny, and I still have this weird imposter feeling in multiple areas in my life. Like, I don't deserve multiple things that I have. Do you guys ever feel that way? Just like, you just feel so blessed and you're just like, I don't know what I did to deserve this. And honestly, the thing about being a mom is that I still feel sometimes like, oh wait, you can't even see what I'm doing over here. That is so great. Okay, icy tops are looking good. I'm now going to get something to texture them properly. I'm still not over the fact that I'm a mom. It still feels like I'm babysitting somebody's kids and they just never come pick them up. All right, this is looking mighty fine. I can tell it's getting late because I'm getting all introspective and weird. Do you guys ever like plop into bed at night and you are fully intending on going to sleep? It's not one of those nights that you get into bed and you're like, I know I'm gonna be a while thinking. You're like, nope, I'm gonna go to sleep. And then you do for a while. Then you wake up like 2 hours later, wide awake, thinking about your entire life. And how could you possibly have said that thing to the cute boy in 6th grade? And no wonder he didn't want to go out with you. Yeah, me too. The only thing I am putting on the top is Sparkle Me Aqua because it is the perfect addition to this pretty blue tide thing we got going on here on top. Most of the time, flame top soaps are enough to stand on their own. They do not need any help from glitter because they look pretty enough as it is. So I'm just gonna put some shiny on there to highlight those peaks and ridges. We're gonna spritz it with rubbing alcohol and we're gonna call it good. I'm not gonna bring you in for a close-up because, I mean, what you see is literally all there is. So we're gonna wait 18 to 24 hours and then we'll come back. We'll cut this soap, take a peek at the inside after this quick commercial break. Okay guys, the colors are looking super good on this. The soap is a little bit sticky, but that's not a big deal. Cleared the top with minimal damage. All right, let's see what it looks like on the inside. Oh, heck yes. Looks so good. Look at his little flaming head, his little flame hair. I love it. This one looks even more flamey. It has a little bit more texture on it. And I'm really glad I decided to do the 3 layers instead of just 2. I think that that really adds to it. I love this. Look at that drop swirl in there. I was trying to think of some quotes from the Hercules movie, but I actually have not seen it that many times. I think I've seen it like 3 or 4 times, so I don't remember a lot of the good quotes. So you guys will have to tell me your favorite quotes down below. The only one that I could remember is the one from the commercial where, I don't remember what they're called, but it's the 3 people that share the eyeball. And they're like, indoor plumbing, it's gonna be big. Kenny and I used to quote that when we were kids, because because we thought that the way her face looked was so funny, but we did not get the joke. We had no idea what she meant by indoor plumbing. Like, what was that? This is definitely one of my favorites. That looks amazing. I think the point has definitely been achieved. I think if you knew that this was a Disney villain collection, you'd know exactly who this is. It's great, right? It's great. Ugh, she did such a good job. Such a good job. The smell, the top, I love it. I cannot wait to send you a bar. This soap is available on October 3rd at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, royaltysoaps.com. Can you tell I've said that line many, many, many times? I don't know about you guys, but I am pretty delighted with this collection. And just so you know, there is a giveaway coming. I'm going to be giving away the entire Villainous collection. We will talk a little bit more about that in a later video, but for now, I just want you to know it's coming. If you enjoyed this video, you could give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. It does actually help the channel. I have heard so many big YouTubers say that, like, for years. I watch YouTube. And I say that like it's a feat. I watch YouTube. I do. I appreciate the YouTube. But I've heard, please give it a like and a thumbs up. It actually helps the algorithm so many times. And I always thought that that was just a thing that people said so that they could become more popular. But as my channel has grown, I can tell the videos that have more comments and more likes do get filtered more into people's recommended feeds. That's kind of what happened with the one viral video we had. I see Lily, hold on a second. Hello, sugar girl. Oh, did you bring me something? Oh, let me see. Come around this way. I'm saying hello to our friends. You want to say hi? Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, thank you. Lily Marie brought me a box from Nature's Garden. Would you like to say hello to everyone? I'll hold you up.
But I need school.
Here you go, sister. How are you doing? Have you had a good day? Good. Do you want to say anything to our friends here?
Cute.
You want me to say something? This is Lily Marie, and she is 3 years old. Awesome. High five. Thanks for saying hi to everyone. You want to wave bye-bye? All right. I love you, sugar girl.
I want to show. Daddy said I can watch the show.
Awesome. Anyway, they were right. It actually does help our videos. So if you'd like to do a favor for a stranger and like the video, that helps my channel out. I hope you guys have an absolutely royal rest of your day. Be sure you do something fun for yourself, like going out, getting yourself a blue snow cone, because that's basically all I can think about when I look at this bar. Or maybe rewatching Hercules, because it is a good movie, and I should also probably rewatch it because it has been so long. Either way, just do something that makes you happy, and I will see you guys back here for the next video. Thanks again to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Like, yas, ooh, yas. Don't forget you can use the link down below, and the first 1,000 people that use the link down below get 2 months of Skillshare Premium for free. I will see y'all next time. Have an absolutely royal day, and bye for now. Meow.
Yes.